Bearded guy hands 3 vials to the blonde, but facing choices, she can't bear to look. No one knows which is the real antidote. Little Black hints that the numbers on them might be the key. It wasn't until the blonde girl saw 3.53 she remembered her blunder, having only stolen $3.53 from the asthma girl. Little did she know, over a few bucks and standing by, she'd cost someone their life. No one knew if the vial marked 3.15 was an antidote or just a prank. Just as she hesitated, the neck chains tightened further, and they were soon hanging in midair. Driven by survival instincts, Bearded Guy made a sadly grabbed the blonde and jabbed 3 vials into her neck. Everyone's shackles were finally off. They fell to the ground, saved their lives, but then the blonde noticed the vials and realized, acid was injected into her system, and she was about to find out what internal meltdown felt like. The blonde girl collapsed instantly, despite Bearded Guy adding criticism from the blonde. Bearded Guy explained it was a tough call. Little Black urged everyone to chill out because they still had to figure out their escape plan. Their theory was proven right as they headed into the next chamber, but before they could catch their breath, the door slammed shut behind them. Bearded Guy suddenly realized they were trapped in some sort of remote village. With barred windows sealing their fate, escape seemed impossible, and they had no idea where they were. Bearded Guy found a locked door with "Do Not Exit" sign. He decided to break it with a shovel. A frazzled Bearded Guy was over the games. He stepped forward, only to find he'd hit a trapdoor. The hidden wire snared his leg, and now he was just regretting his life choices. The other blonde pried up the floorboards, discovering a pulley system with steel wires below. Nearby, she spotted a lever, while Little Black found a tape recorder giving clues about the kidnapper's punishment. The recorder hinted that if they pulled the lever, they'd gain freedom at the cost of losing a leg. Blonde told Bearded Guy to figure it out himself while they searched for other clues. Meanwhile, the cops confirmed the dead guy's identity. His wife was murdered 5 years ago. Turns out he was a gambler, and his debts led to this tragedy. Detectives found the audio data matching the victim's voice, leaving them baffled. Their findings from the USB recording revealed 4 more victims undergoing the game. They soon identified another female victim, dead from acid erosion of her heart. She bore special markings, and the female assistant's excitement about the data caught the detectives' attention. Investigating further, they were shocked to find an underground site that hosted data games. The doctor's assistant was also an obsessive fan of the data, raising suspicions in the police. Shockingly, the blood DNA found under the victim's nails matched the data's blood with 100% accuracy. This left the detectives even more puzzled, just as the blondes found an unlocked stockroom door. Inside were a remote control and a TV, while a TV appeared right under Bearded Guy's feet too. The 2 girls grabbed the remote, but little did they know it was a trap. Picking up the remote triggered the door lock, sealing the stockroom fast. The kidnappers began their tirade, and escaping now depended on Bearded Guy pulling the lever. This meant Bearded Guy had to sacrifice a leg for the lives of both. The TV showed perspectives from both sides, followed by a sudden opening in the stockroom. Grains began to flood in, prompting the blonde girl and the dark-haired one to hastily cry out for Bearded Guy's assistance. Tormented by the difficult decision of having to lose a leg, grains swiftly inundated the 2 individuals. Both stared in horror as knives and tools rained down. Little Black got hit in the shoulder while the saw almost claimed Blondie. Realizing escape was impossible without saving them, Bearded Guy made a heartbreaking choice. He pulled the lever. At the very moment his leg was severed by wires, and slowly the door to the next level swung open. As the blonde rolled out, she narrowly missed farm tools, while the coroner found his assistant. She asked about the data site, and the assistant claimed to be a huge fan of the data, but had never crossed the line. She showed the doctor her collection of data machines, and he seemed intrigued. Little did they know their actions called the detective's keen eye. In the next chamber, the blonde patched up Bearded Guy's wounds. Overwhelmed by pain, Bearded Guy fainted. Little Black spotted a lit-up farm cart. He saw a sign reading Exim on it. Opening it revealed a new tape recorder labelled with his name. As soon as Little Black pressed play, hidden ropes ensnared him, and the tape exposed his lies.